Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag Anime Talk. This is episode 64. I am your host, Mr. Lynden Burton, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. Chrissa SJE. Chrissa, this time it felt too long. So much stuff has happened. It feels too long.
For sure. It's been a long 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like 2 weeks. It feels like a month.
Yeah, a lot of shit has gone through from the Dragon Ball Super fiasco. I know you guys were expecting a review. You're getting it this episode. At the end of the episode, all the way at the end, we will review Dragon Ball Super. So if you're not caught up, don't worry. You can listen to the whole episode and just skip out on that. And then to Dragon Ball Super fans, we're going to clip out the end. So in case you want to hear just that, you can check it out on YouTube. But we're going to talk about that. We got a lot of Netflix news to talk about. We got to talk about the shows as always. And then just, we're going to do your One Piece update. And then I have some just little points I want to touch on. But how you doing in general, my brother?
Man, I'm doing great. You feel me? I've been on that Pokemon DLC super hard. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Rivals 2 literally just dropped over the weekend. That shit is going bananas right now. You know what I'm saying? People really fucking with it.
No, I told Fade this. I said, Fade, you can tell your knowledge of anime has gotten better. You can tell you've spent a lot of time studying and watching things. Like some of the bars you did, I wouldn't have expected you to make 2 years ago. And it's just like the way that you two came on, you can feel the energy, like that y'all had fun. I think this is one of y'all's best projects, the way y'all go back and forth. Deku versus Shigaraki, a smash. Luffy versus the world government, a spash. Ten Saiga. That's my shit. That shit is hard. Number 9, Shishomaru versus Inuyasha. Fucking R.I.P. Steak Quesaritos. Like, nah.
Oh, man, for real, bro.
Shit is hard. She's slurping ramen. I love Talk No Jutsu. The only complaint I got, I think the whole album is good. The only complaint I got, y'all should have let that nigga Chavo say what he said. I'm not gonna even say it.
What, about Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
That's the only complaint. And I'm not gonna even lie, because I'm honest to my niggas on the stream, because we boo shit when shit is like crazy bad or fucked up. I was like, look, I booed myself early in the stream, and if I'm a real nigga and my nigga will appreciate it, I gotta boo Chavo for what he did on them Chris and them song. But yeah, other than that, man, the project is an A. Like,
yeah,
bro,
I don't stand behind. I gotta throw it out there. I don't stand behind everything Chavo say. I stand behind free speech. You know what I'm saying?
But Ten Saiga, y'all ate on that bitch. That might be my favorite one. Like, that shit was super.
I think that's
hard.
The only one we did with a hook on it. But that shit was fun. The whole.
But
shit
the way y'all started it off with Deku versus Shigaraki, setting the tempo, like that was one of the best intros of 2020.
Yeah, we recorded that with Nick Grand. We pulled up on Nick to his crib. He was just running beats, and that was like the 4th or 5th one he was playing. And every one he was playing that day was just super cold. And that one I was like, nah, son, fuck that. I was like, put that on, put that. We doing something to that right there. And we literally we made that shit in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as it was done, we was listening back to it. We was like, oh, yeah, this is the intro. We didn't even have a lot of the rest of the project. We like, this is the intro.
It was Cash Money, but I'm going to ask you more questions about this. You guys can tune in on Twitch Wednesday night I think Chris will be on the show starts at 8, and we're going to go from 8 to 9. We have one guest. From 9 to 10, we have another guest. Chris is going to close off the show at 10 o'clock. Be on the lookout for that. We're going to be on Twitch at the BrosWhoThink on Twitch, and we'll talk about Rivals 2. I'm going to get a breakdown. Since you haven't been on the BWT pod in a while, we're going to do a live stream, and we're going to get all the fans to ask their questions about Rivals 2, and me and you just going to chop it up. So we're going to save some of that for Wednesday. Y'all be on the lookout for that, and if y'all follow us on Twitter, y'all will get the Twitch link. But let's get, all right, for everybody who's not caught up on One Piece, skip ahead in the pod about 5 minutes, like legit, because Chris is on Wano right now. So I gotta know exactly where he's at. So look, spoiler alert for One Piece in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. I've been waiting for this. So what's up? What's up? Where you at, nigga? Where is you at?
You feel me? I'm not too deep into One Piece. I'm fresh into One Piece. Like I met what's her name?
Otama. One Piece. You deep in One Piece.
I'm not too deep into Wano. I meant to say I'm not too deep into Wano. I'm into like the beginning arc. I met I want to say her name is Otana, right? Otama.
Oh, so you just meet no time. Okay, are you reading it or are you watching it?
I'm watching it. Like, I stopped reading it.
You got to go back to reading it.
I stopped reading it after I forget what
after
point
Whole
I stopped
Cake?
reading it. I want to say after the Katakuri fight. I watched the Katakuri fight, and like I was reading the Katakuri fight as I watched it. Like I was watching it and reading it because you know how they had like a little break. They had a break in between the fight, and I was reading and watching it at the same time.
I do that
was
with
in the hurricane. During the hurricane, I had like downloaded a lot of episodes while the power was out, so I had my portable chargers and shit, but I didn't have no internet, so I just was
you need
watching
to catch
episodes.
Up, Chris. You got to do that this week. You got to read it.
No, but
week.
for sure, so I ain't gonna lie. This is the one. This is the one I gotta watch.
Watching it all?
The
it's
attention
long.
to detail. Oh, it's not that bad. It's just 100 episodes.
Let me say this. Can you at least read it to catch up and then go back and watch? Because I'm watching it all right now as it comes out.
But and then it's not even 100 episodes. It's like maybe 90.
Shit is big right now.
What? And by the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna have it. Like even watching it, by the next 2 weeks, I should be there.
As long as you caught up by the next anime talk, that's okay. So you just meet Notama. Did Zoro and Luffy meet up again?
That's the last thing that I seen. They fought Hawkins?
Yeah,
they fought Hawkins, and they fought Hawkins' big ass shit, and then they left that, and then they like pulled up to somewhere to help Otana because she's sick. She ate her first meal. That's the last thing I seen.
Super sad.
Last thing I seen is she ate her first little meal. She was rejecting it.
How happy were you when you saw Luffy and Zoro come together after so long?
Oh, bro.
They hadn't been together since Dressrosa.
I do have to say this as well, too, because I really did love Dressrosa as an arc. But when we get to, you know what I'm saying, Whole Cake Island and shit like that.
Yeah.
Zal is, and right after Zal, too, because like whenever the gang splits up again, it's a long time. You go a long stretch with no Zoro.
Shit, it was like a year in the manga, maybe more.
It was a hot little minute, bro. I don't know how people did it week to week because not Dressrosa, Whole Cake was kind of long, especially whenever the whole chase with Big Mom.
I think that's when I started reading. Like I
was reading it for sure.
Like no, I'm saying like you remember when I caught up? I think I caught up when the manga was like halfway through Whole Cake, and reading that week to week was crazy.
I couldn't read Whole Cake.
No, it was a lot.
Towards the end, especially towards the Totland shit, I couldn't do it just because of all the Big Mom chase was just forever.
Yeah, it was. But man, the Fourth Emperor stuff, and then seeing Shanks and like all the little newspaper stuff, and then finding out about the head newspaper guy at Whole Cake.
The Reverie little mini arc was nuts.
Oh yeah, you read Reverie too. Sabo was back. Yeah,
I watched that one too because I was watching at that point. Like that's why I'm saying I can knock out the episodes of Wano and catch up super fast. If not next episode, the episode after. But I'm trying to. It just
How did you feel about Snake Man?
Oh, legendary, iconic, bro. Just the whole Katakuri fight, front to back,
was
even
great.
Before the break and after the break. Everything about it was perfect. I really love that whole arc. Like the whole, I might like Whole Cake and Totland more than Dressrosa.
Oh, you tripping? Oh, you big tripping? Bro, you big tripping.
This is what this is the compliment I'm giving to Whole Cake and Totland. I went a whole arc, and mind you, it was a long ass arc, and there are certain parts of it that was long. It's the only complaint that I really have. But I watched and read through that whole arc, and it didn't have Zoro in it, one of my favorite characters. It didn't have Frankie. It didn't have Robin. Didn't have Usopp. You know what I'm saying? You're missing a lot of key components to the Straw Hats. You feel me?
Yep.
And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't sitting there like, damn, man, this arc whack. I wish fucking Zoro was here.
See, no,
like,
I don't think it's whack.
Brook held his own in the arc. No, what I'm just saying is like usually for my favorite characters to be, you know, Zoro and Usopp, to see you take Soge King out of the picture, you know what I'm saying? You don't get no, and Zoro is badass everything he does. So to take that element out and the whole arc is still badass, like even Brook had his time to shine. And Brook never really had time to shine since we scoop him up. He was just kind of comic relief, and he was there, and he was a good character.
He played a big mission. He got the Poneglyph. He attacked Big Mom with the Soul King. Like Brook did a lot, but like I don't know, man. Dressrosa to me is the best One Piece arc. Like I just love.
Great. I do love Dressrosa.
From the flashbacks to the villains to like the Straw Hats themselves to the taking real world aspects and being affected by like the people on the island, because you know every island has its sob story, and this sob story was legit. Like everything about Dressrosa, getting Sabo in the picture. I don't know, man. I'm just a big Dressrosa guy, especially with Law and everything.
Because see,
But
to
I
me,
do love Whole Cake though, with
it's like
Pedro and the
a
minks and
saga.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it starts off at Zal because you get to me, Dressrosa is its own thing. Punk Hazard is its own thing. But
Well,
it's like Punk Hazard is like the intro to Dressrosa, and Dressrosa is like the intro to the
Zal,
next
and
saga
then
we're about to
Zal
get.
to Wano, yeah, like
But
literally.
it's kind of like Wano and everything from Punk Hazard. That's why I agree with like the whole thing that you said about One Piece being like post time skip being better than before time skip. And we started talking about this off
yeah,
air.
let's
But
talk. I wanted you to bring this up. Yeah, definitely.
I was wishing they could like do a whole thing where and they would cut One Piece off like they did Naruto, like and then Shippuden afterwards.
Where we get pre-time skip One Piece,
exactly,
then Marineford, and then we get post-time skip is like the Naruto Shippuden. What was the name you said for it? Because I don't want to.
New World, like
One Piece New World.
That shit would be iconic. Because see, Punk Hazard and Dressrosa are connected, but Dressrosa and everything else is after. It's like that whole everything is connected. Because when you first get to Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, that's when they start talking about Kaido.
It's gonna blow your mind when you get deeper in Wano and you start seeing things from Kaido, and you're gonna be like, wait, they mentioned this, and like the way they connect Punk Hazard to Wano is fucking nuts.
See, that's what makes all those arcs back to back just great, because Dressrosa and Punk Hazard, like Punk Hazard was the intro to Dressrosa, but that was kind of just letting you get a feel for who who Kaido even is, what the whole situation they got going on.
Just like the big battle that's about to ensue.
Exactly. And at the end of that, they fuck up Kaido's money, then immediately afterwards go fuck with Big Mom. But then the whole transition with Zal, it was like the perfect transition arc. It was like an arc in its own. Yep. And even Reverie at the end, because Reverie was basically just closure arc to the whole what we just saw.
And Reverie's super important for what's going to happen after Wano.
I like it because Luffy finally gets his, he's at $1 billion, I want to say 1.5 billion right now where I'm at.
He's the quote-unquote fifth Yonko. But I don't think...
Yeah, they were calling him the fifth Yonko. I'm like, bro, the thing with me is that's just iconic for niggas to even want to call you the fifth. Like canon, like canonically, people in the show are calling you...
now, after Wano, whatever happens, then he'll be a Yonko. But like pre-Wano, you can't call Luffy, the man who barely beat Big Mom's top commander, a Yonko.
I don't know. The thing with Luffy is, bro... He would deserve that title just off the strength of he got huge nuts, bro. This nigga don't give a fuck. Like he went up against Dofi, smacked Dofi. He went up against Big Mom, and he finessed the shit out of Big Mom. And now he's on his way to Kaido. It takes big nuts to do that shit back to back. Like even before you beat Kaido, it's like, bro, you gotta be rooting for him. Like, for sure. For me, if I'm reading the newspapers in that world, I'm like, damn, he just did that shit to Doflamingo. He just beat Big Mom's #1 officer. He beat Katakuri, you know what I'm saying? And that shit was intense. Niggas didn't even see that. They just heard about it.
And Katakuri, low key, I don't know how strong King is, and we don't know how strong Ben Beckman is. But just for Ben Beckman is Shanks's first in command. But I definitely think Katakuri is stronger than Shiryu, who is Blackbeard's first in command. But, and like I said, we don't know how strong King is yet, but Katakuri might be the strongest first commander, just with his future sight and like him having Luffy's devil fruit basically, but stronger, and like him having Conqueror's Haki. Like Katakuri is a strong dude. I really, like, this is a theory. I hope Katakuri joins the crew. Like, and I know that's
that would be crazy. I don't know if that'll happen.
I think the Big Mom pirates are gonna break up because there's like beef. There's beef.
Yeah, inside. there is some weird inner shit.
There's tension.
Big Mom, just the whole shit with her family and the way she set it up, it don't got a lot of foundation to it.
And the way that Katakuri is like, are you gonna come back? Like, I want to see you again. Like, nah, I want him to. He might not.
And
maybe
I
not.
Katakuri. I fuck with how he's like self-conscious about eating and shit. You finally see him eating.
And just
that shit's
the
crazy.
connection with him and Luffy. Maybe not join the crew.
That too.
But I want him to train Luffy in Awakening. If he's not going to join, like, I want him to be an ally. Like, where like Katakuri has his Awakening.
Part of the crew, but Law and him are cool, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I like Luffy making friends along the way.
Law and Luffy are like Roger and Whitebeard, in my opinion. Like, I know people like to say Luffy and Kid or Luffy and Katakuri. And I hate when people say Luffy and Katakuri, I'm like, how is that Roger and Whitebeard?
It's Luffy.
It's Law and Law.
Law.
Yeah, it's Luffy and Law, for sure. But that's enough time on One Piece. Me and you could talk about that forever, but we will talk about it on the live stream Wednesday. I'm going to keep mentioning it because that live stream on Wednesday, Late Nights with Lyn, is going to be so much fun. Y'all definitely make sure y'all come through. But let's get into it. Each week, this show consists of 3 main subjects where we go from the news to discussion to the review. it is time for the news. Let's run it. This week with the news, we got to start off with, well, I'm not going to start off. I'm going to start off with because it would be disrespectful for me not to start off with it. And I didn't even put it in the news because I thought you was going to bring it up like in the beginning, but let's get to it. Demon Slayer. I gotta say it. I'm not gonna be hypocritical and not give it its props. Let me get to the because I didn't put it in the news exactly. Let me get to the so Demon Slayer, the movie, has surpassed 100 million yen, or has surpassed $100 million in 10 days. The movie is now in the top 15 highest grossing movies of Japan in all time. It surpassed One Piece Stampede, but I think it's more so at $95 million. Like, I don't think it's at 100 million yet, but like at the official numbers from Weekly Shonen Jump had it at 95 million because it's 10 billion yen, which translates to 95 million. So I'm gonna go with Weekly Shonen Jump and not Cairo Ken. So let's say $95 million. But for 10 weeks, I mean, for 10 days, that's great. That's like DC and Marvel numbers. That's not Infinity War. That's not Infinity War. That's not Dark Knight, but it's like Iron Man. Like, it's like first week numbers are like Iron Man, and that's fucking good. And I told you that I want to see how it does in America and how I want to see how its Japan total sales do. Now, I'm going to say right now it's a win, but I'm going to say it's legendary if it passes up like Miyazaki, if it passes up like, the legendary Studio Ghibli films. Like, watch, let me tell you what the all-time...
But I ain't gonna lie, though. Just, like, passing up Stampede to me is nuts. Like, that's wild.
That's first week. That's first week numbers. Like, I want to see highest grossing, like, when it finishes its run, because like, to me, that's the key. Like, how long, like, granted, you can have a good first 10 days, but how long, like, can you maintain for your like like, for example,
bro, this is gonna happen. Like,
Spirited Away.
It happened with the My Hero movies.
Look, Spirited Away got 30 billion. It's 20 billion away, 30 billion yen. Let me just tell you where it's at. Spirited Away got 30 billion. Titanic got 26. Frozen got 25. Your Name got 25. Harry Potter got 20. Howl's Moving Castle got 19. Princess Mononoke got 19. Ponyo got 15. Avatar got 15. Weathering with You got 14. It's already passed up Star Wars is still ahead of it. Star Wars Phantom Menace. Let me tell you what it's passed up. It's passed up Independence Day, Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, and One Piece Stampede. But there's I'm saying it's legendary if it passes up those Miyazaki films. Like, right now it's a dub and it's iconic, but to get to that legendary status, can it get to 30 billion? That's the question.
I just look at it like, what I'm saying, first week they broke the Miyazaki record, you know what I'm saying? Like, for highest grossing, you feel me? Or quickest highest grossing.
Yeah, quickest highest grossing in a weekend.
I just remember, you know what I'm saying, how iconically I used to look at Lil Wayne whenever the Carter 3 went platinum first week, and everybody sitting there like, shit, first week? Like, that shit bust everybody's head, because nobody was doing that shit first week back in the era when niggas was still selling physical copies of albums, you feel me?
That's
so
true.
I just feel like that was a big deal, and this is a big deal too, because we're in the middle of COVID season.
But Japan's like kind of clear.
I don't know, like the gap between it too, like the weekend box office, like the number 2 brand new most popular, you know what I'm saying, it just dropped. That one got 170 million yen, and Demon Slayer got 10.75 billion. Like, nobody's going to see none of these other movies. You feel me?
True.
Like, the closest one is Violet Evergarden, and that's 1.5 billion. 10.75. Like, that's how many people showed up.
No,
saying,
that's a win.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. The COVID shit might be different in Japan than it is in America.
It is,
sure.
but that's
I'm just looking off of initial impact. Is like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a weeb, because in Japan, we don't get a lot of shit until you know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't fuck with it out there, you feel me? So just for the fact that they're fucking with it that hard, and like, they probably care, like, as far as, the company and shit, how it does in the West, but you could tell at how late they give us the movies, they really don't give a fuck. They eating off it over there, then they go eat off it again. Like, we give them that second win, but that first win is enough for me to, like, see how crazy it's going out there, breaking records of Miyazaki, passing up Stampede, which is nuts to me, because that's a huge movie. And then happened. Like, the one was already iconic. Apparently, the movie's iconic. So I just know that Big Boy Buddy's coming for season 2. When we get the flamboyant guy. Now,
the clip I seen
of the Akaza fight. Whew.
This is great for season 2. This is great for Demon Slayer fans because it shows that it's successful, and then they're gonna put money into season 2 and everything going forward. But in terms of like legacy, I gotta see how it does in the West. I gotta see how it does here, and I gotta see how it does all time. Like once it's finished its run in Japan, that's gonna be the key for me to put it to legendary status. Like right now, it's already gotten into the New York Times bestseller with My Hero. Let's see if it can beat My Hero's American numbers. That's what I'm not sure about, but it's got a
I want to
shot.
see if it's beating My Hero's Japanese numbers, because I feel like if it's beating the Japanese numbers,
Oh no, it is.
The only way,
but see,
because
the difference is, I don't know if little kids are gonna be in the Demon Slayer. You know how many, like,
that is very true.
It was kids from like 6 years old to like adult men in their 50s.
And it's the same thing with the Broly movie and with the One Piece movie, because they're kind of kid friendly esque.
But see, Broly and One Piece
movie though.
That's what I was about to say. Broly and One Piece, they didn't have as many kids that was in like we gotta like.
Yeah, My Hero is built different.
Yeah, you know how we feel about My Hero here in the West. My Hero is and I know people are gonna hate this, but My Hero is the biggest anime in the West. It is.
It definitely is. Like my girl's little cousin is a My Hero fan. She's like, he was trying to get into One Piece. He's trying to get into all that, but he's like a little one. Like he's like 11-year-olds. He's like, he knows of One Piece. He knows of Naruto. He doesn't know all the Naruto characters, the One Piece characters, but he knows all the My Hero
characters. Yeah, bro. And there's like my friends from high school, like my nerd friends who we used to watch anime together, they like fell off for a little bit. But the one thing they didn't fall off with was My Hero. They always ask me, like, what should I get into? Because I still watch My Hero. And I'm like, yo, that's the one you kept up with? Like, that's the anime that got you, that keeps it going? They're like, yeah, bro, it's superheroes. And that's why it's so impactful in the West. Whereas
then even like new fans and like lukewarm, not even real anime, not saying not even real anime fans, but people that are fans of anime lukewarm, like Doom's not a super otaku, but Doom
loves My Hero.
Like, he fuck with Death Note, he fucks with a few anime, Promised Neverland, Attack on Titan, but this is one of them. He's like, oh, My Hero's up there. I'm like, son. And this is just like a regular dude like me, you know what I'm saying? Just like,
I'm so happy I got Doom to watch Black Lagoon. He loves Black Lagoon, bro.
Black Lagoon. But no, I feel like he fuck with My Hero. I don't know if he fucks with it harder than Attack on Titan. I know he didn't like the beginning of Attack on Titan.
I think Attack on Titan is his favorite, and then Black Lagoon and My Hero are like second. But I'm glad, but that's besides the point. But yeah, no, we're gonna see how Demon Slayer does. Good shit. Round of applause. I'm gonna put it in there for My Hero. I mean for Demon Slayer. Good on that, because I'm gonna say something later in the show where people are gonna be like, "Damn, Lynden, what are you throwing shade?" And It's not shade. It's not. But Chrissa, I think this will be something you can agree with, but we'll talk about it when we get to it. All right, this is my favorite story of the news. High Rise Invasion is getting an anime. Netflix announced on Tuesday that Suina Mira and Takahiro Obo's High Rise Invasion survival horror thriller manga is getting an anime series. Netflix released the teaser trailer, which revealed the show's worldwide premiere date, February 21st, on the streaming platform. Netflix describes the anime as the unhinged and gory death game manga High Rise Invasion, created by Suina Mura and Takahiro Oba, finally gets an anime adaptation. High school student Yuri Honjo finds herself lost in an abnormal space where countless skyscrapers are connected by suspension bridges and mass figures mercilessly slaughtering their confused and fleeing victims. To survive in this hellish world, she has two choices: kill the mass figures or be killed. Yuri is determined to survive in order to destroy this irrational world, but what will be her ultimate fate? Chrissa, what did you think of this trailer? Like, give me my props. I told you about this like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. I believe I have the manga right here. If not, I'm gonna go get it. What'd you think of the trailer, my brother?
I'm not gonna lie, the trailer was definitely intense. It just looks action-packed, you know what I'm saying? This shit reminds me of like something, I don't want to say like Final Destination, but it reminds me of like a hack and slash kind of movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, this definitely seems like it's gonna be violent as fuck. It definitely seems like it's gonna be horror, and I'm always interested, especially at Halloween time. We needed a horror kind of announcement. Now I've been like,
but see,
digging back into Junji Ito. Like, I never really read too much Junji Ito. You know what I'm saying? But I watched the collection and then I went back and read it after that. So
I don't even consider these horror. They're like, it's like Hostel mixed with like Hunger Games.
That shit seems intense. Just from the trailer, it looks intense.
It's like it's like a thriller. It's like a thriller, gory Hunger Games. Like
that's why I say it sounds like a hack and slash, because it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of killing going on and shit like that, and a lot of just random shit. The masks just set the tone to be like some Purge shit.
Okay, you're right. Purge, Hunger Games, Hostel. That's the three like inspirations. But like the story behind it is so fucking cool, because like, why are these mass people just killing everybody in the city? Like, what's going on in the city? Where's the government? Where's the police? I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think in 2021, to me, this is already a front runner candidate for Anime of the Year. In 2021 is packed. Like, we got Attack on Titan because they're splitting it up into 2 parts. So we got part 2 of the final season coming out. We got My Hero, Dr. Stone, Promised Neverland, Demon Slayer movie, Beastars, and so much more that we're going to announce. This is, for me to say this is my outright favorite so far before it even drops, that tells you how good this fucking story is.
I can't believe this is about to be Netflix too. This is about to be like straight up Netflix.
And Netflix, this is just the beginning to their 2021 slate.
So, and I'm looking at just the Crunchyroll announcement. They dropped so many tweets. Like, they announced it. They was announcing shit via Twitter. They was sitting there like, oh, they don't even know we about to. They was like,
okay, Crunchyroll, you want to do your Tower of God, Noblesse, God of High School? We about to fuck the game up in 2021, especially with the next story. Lakeith Stanfield will star as the first African samurai in Netflix's anime series Yasuke. The series is developed by LaShawn Thomas, who made LaShawn, I believe, made Cannon Busters. I think that was him, but the show will release in 2021. Chrissa. So we get High Rise Invasion and now Yasuke, which Chadwick Boseman was going to do the live action before he passed away. So hopefully we still get the live action, but shit, an anime version? You know I'm hype on this. How do you feel? The pictures of Yasuke look so dope, and then we see Oda Nobunaga. Like, oh, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, then they saying Mappa's behind this shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Mappa is going nuts right now, bro.
LaShawn Thomas did do Cannon Busters. Mappa Studio of the Year. Like, that's not even debatable for me for this year. JJK.
They started off strong with
God of High School and then Dorohedoro. Studio of the Year.
They started off too strong with Dorohedoro. They fucked me up with that. And then everything, they've been just delivering. But even as far as God of High School, the animation was good. But this right here, just based off of the character, because I don't know nothing about it outside of, you know what I'm saying, Lakeith Stanfield is about to voice Yasuke.
But basically,
but just
Yasuke
the character design is like, oh my God, bro. The character design is like off the chain.
I believe Yasuke, because I don't want to say he came straight from Africa. I believe he was a slave who escaped America and went to Japan and became a samurai.
Yeah, people are showing, like, in the comment section, people are showing the real, the picture.
Yeah, okay, so he was, so you know how Kinemon is a retainer of Odin? Mm-hmm. He's a retainer of Oda Nobunaga. Like, that's so cool.
This is going to be wild.
Yeah, so he arrived in Japan in service of the Italian Jesuit missionary, visitor of missions. Yeah, he was the first African. Okay, he wasn't a slave that escaped. I thought he was, though. That would have been a cooler little twist to it. But yeah, no, he's an African person who came from Africa and became the first samurai. I'm hype on this, man.
Yeah, I'm hype on this regardless. This just screams like this is going to be excellence. You know what I'm saying?
This is going to be great for weebs, but this more so is great for black weebs. Like,
we love seeing good representation. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. And we've been getting a lot of it with Fire Force. Shout out to
Fire Force.
Shout out to Akubo.
Akubo, even in Soul Eater, he had dope ass black characters. Like, shout out to Akubo for being a dope ass mangaka to include dope ass non-stereotypical African American characters. Like, I feel like all these African, like, what's his name? Ogun.
Yeah, Ogun.
Ogun is like one of the hardest.
Ogun, like, Sharon, and then Habana.
He broke. I already saw a bunch of crazy shit in season 2 before this point. But whenever Ogun came in there, he like fucked me up. Like, when I saw his whole first episode where he got like a little teaser of what he can do, and in the second episode when he like flashed out, I was like, oh yeah,
Flamey Inky, and then we're gonna talk about Sharon later in the show. But my God, that guy,
oh yeah, that fucked me up today too. Like
badass.
shout out to Kubo, man. But we love to see this shit. You feel me?
Yeah, shout out to Yasuke
and Tight Kubo, because
facts.
What's his name? Roy B. Dipper.
Bro, yep, 100. So I'm excited for this LaShawn Thomas thing. This is good. And also, from a creative standpoint, it's good that he's doing this because we're giving more Americans who grew up watching anime the ability to make anime for not only Japanese people, but for American people from the American standpoint. We see Radiant. We see this. We see God of High School, Tower of God. Anime is now becoming a global sensation. It's not just a Japanese medium that's niche in America, that's like whispered about. Like, no, it's huge. We got Gucci releases with One Piece. We got Meg the Stallion wearing JoJo's Bizarre Adventures nails. Like, anime is worldwide now.
Wow.
100%.
Sure.
We didn't talk about this, but how do you feel about the Gucci One Piece release?
Oh, iconic. When I saw that, I was like, only One Piece. I was like, only One Piece. Whenever, as soon as the links drop, I'm waiting on the links to drop. I don't give a fuck how much that shit costs. I'm getting at least something from there.
You know we're not getting that. Like, let's be honest.
It depends on what it is. It depends on what they release. Because even, like, you know what I'm saying? The Bape shit is worth collecting too. Like the Bape shit, the Bape One Piece shit, Bape Naruto, Bape
looks great.
Dragon Ball shit. Like the Bape Broly shit. I remember when Bape first dropped the Bape and Broly, not Bape and Broly, Bape and Dragon Ball. They had like the Goku and the Frieza and the Shenron. I was like, this is iconic. And I didn't even know they had the Broly set, but niggas been running around with the Broly set. I'm like, I gotta cop this shit. I need that. So I love when I see anime
collabs.
And get like official collabs, like Gucci and One Piece. That's an official collab. Like Oda's like, of course. Like, why
Oda's
not?
Getting
you know what I'm
paid.
saying?
Good for Oda, man.
I love seeing that
thing
for anime.
Yeah. 100%. All right, next up, Netflix, another story, revealed that a teaser trailer for David's Productions' new anime series based on Hiroshi and Ryou's Spriggan manga is coming soon. Basically, the director of Kill la Kill is directing the anime, and the people who worked on Attack on Titan, Mob Psycho, and Jujutsu Kaisen is writing the scripts and is the showrunners, as well as designing the characters. Netflix will debut the anime worldwide in 2021. The manga centers on Yu, a high school student who is also a Spriggan, an agent charged by the Arkham Corporation to protect the ancient relics of an advanced older civilization from falling into the hands of states and entities who wish to misuse them. Chrissa, this is right up my alley. I love how this shit sounds. What'd you think of the teaser, and are you excited for Spriggan?
I wish the teaser would have been more of a trailer.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't like the Dragon Quest.
Pictures.
I like the Dragon Quest trailer originally because it was just a quick shot of Dai and it was like a bunch of words. And for this, it was just like straight a tablet flipping for like a minute and a half.
It wasn't like High Rise Invasion.
Yeah, you get Sun Turn, and it's like all I saw was that they're gonna be using 3D animation. It's hard to get me hype on that unless you show me what you're gonna do with it. You feel me?
But I do like Netflix's new like opener to anime because it shows they're really getting into it.
Yeah, they're definitely putting, like, I remember Spriggan. That's something that's another one you talked to me about a while back. Like, I've heard the name Spriggan before.
It's a classic, so hopefully this 3D animation can do it, because we've seen 3D animation work with Netflix, like with Beastars, with Doro Hidoro, but we saw it not work with the new Ghost in the Shell. So it's like, which version are we going to get? I don't know. Hopefully Spriggan is good because this could be great. Next up, we got a new Godzilla anime. This is Gintoki. Gintoki's in it. Like, yo.
Yeah, when I saw that shit, I was like, what the fuck? As soon as it opened up, I was like, nigga, is that Wait, so that's officially Gintoki?
No, it's not. It's not officially Gintoki.
I'm about to say, bro, that would be crazy because I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, is that Gintoki?
People were just clowning.
But it
looks just like him. They were like, Gintoki retired from Gintama and then went to fight Godzilla.
Son's acting.
But yo, honestly, how many times have we seen live action Godzilla fail? The story of Godzilla is great, and now that we're getting it in anime form, I'm supporting this.
Definitely all the kaiju that I seen in the trailer definitely sold me on that. I was like hype as hell. I was like, Godzilla, say less. And this one actually looks, because there was a couple other Godzillas on Netflix already, and they're all cool, but this looks like it's already be doper than the other ones I've seen so far.
Yeah, man, this looks great, and it's Blue Exorcist people are making this. Like, nah, I'm excited about this. This looks great. Also, next up we got I didn't even see that this was a story, but now that I'm on the Netflix Twitter, like you said, they were just tweeting stuff all day. Keith and Koku aren't finished yet. We're getting another season of Be the Beginning coming next year. The story of detectives, killers, and high-tech world. Oh, this was one of my favorites when it came out. Be the Beginning season 2. I am ready. Give me more. Be the Beginning was so good that the fact that we're getting a season 2, huge, 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 huge. I'm excited about that. I know, Chrissa, that's not necessarily your bag, but it's going to be a great show. So I'm super, super hot for that. Also, for the Baki fans, me and Chrissa both hate Baki, but y'all are getting a new season next year. So good for y'all.
Baki fans are eating, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't even want to fuck with Baki fans right now, bro.
I don't want no smoke.
I don't want no smoke, because nigga, Baki fans, I feel like they would really pull up and beat you up, son. I don't want to smoke with them. You know what I'm saying? And pee on you. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. At the end of the day, I posted that. I didn't know it was a running joke on Twitter. I just saw the panel. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I posted on Twitter, and Baki fans got on my ass. They're like, why everybody want to post this one panel? And it's like, son, I will admit I haven't read the manga, but from watching season 1 of the Netflix series, I just wasn't.
It wasn't
it's
for
just
us.
not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing is, I understand it is very dope at what it sets out to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it, like, you know how niggas watch ecchi for ecchi shit and how niggas watch shonen for shonen shit?
Yep.
This is hitting the bag that it's supposed to be hitting. It's just not my bag. I feel.
Yeah.
So I got to give it its props, because, you know, to be getting these much seasons back to back, it's got to be fucking killing the fan base.
Yeah, so shout out to them. Y'all are getting that, but I'm more excited for Be the Beginning. Man, Netflix is killing it. We got another Netflix story. They've given us the first look at Netflix's Pacific Rim anime. The series has been released titled Pacific Rim The Black. The series follows a pair of siblings as their battered, long-abandoned Jaeger as they battle, with their battered, long-abandoned Jaeger as they battle across the continent of danger. It will release in 2021. I thought Pacific Rim, the movie, was great. It takes inspiration from Gundams and Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is 3D though, so hopefully they can kill the 3D game. But Chrissa, what'd you think of the first look at Pacific Rim Black?
This is another one. I didn't see the trailer for this one.
It was just some pictures.
Want to see the trailer for this one.
There's no trailer yet. They just dropped pics.
That's what I'm saying. I really want to see the trailer for this one, but the 3D in the left one doesn't look bad in certain parts, and it doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look bad. I have to see it in action to be able to tell if I'm gonna really fuck with it. But the other picture, they have like this fucking, I don't even know what that is, attacking the Earth.
You know what it looks like? It looks like Bullet when he was in his final form, fighting on One Piece.
It does look like Bullet, but this creature looks intriguing enough. Like if the series is full of this type of shit, like I'll peep it out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to definitely give it a shot. So Netflix, so far, so good. Next up, we got from Netflix. They announced on Tuesday that they will stream the anime of Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan. It is the spinoff of Araki's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga. It'll be out next spring. Netflix will stream the 4 episodes that David Production animated Takiro Sakurai is as the title character. Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan is the series of Araki's mangas one-shot starring his JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable. So the series after Stardust Crusaders, his character Rohan Kishibe, who's also Araki's fictional alter ego as a manga artist. Shueisha published the first compiled book volume of the different Kishibe Rohan series starting in 2013. So Netflix is doing, basically this is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Burn the Witch spinoff. So Netflix has gotten it. This is huge, man.
I want to say I think I've seen this before, but not. I want to say I've seen this spinoff before, but only in sub.
See, I'm excited for this because I just got back into JoJo's. I'm 2 episodes from finishing Stardust Crusaders. I'm on the final battle between JoJo and Dio. So I'm from Josuke and from Jotaro and Dio, and I'm about to get to Josuke. So I'm excited for this.
What the fuck is going on? I gotta go
You got to catch up on
because
JoJo's, bro.
I'm on Jotaro, but I didn't get to the end of Jotaro.
See, yeah, that's what we got to do better as anime.
JoJo's was cool.
See, the more and more I watch it, the more and more I like it.
And I agree with that too, because I ain't gonna lie. The first JoJo's was cool. Part
I don't like
cool.
Jonathan.
It was cool.
Joseph is where it gets good.
Exactly. Whenever you get to part 2, I was like, this type of shit I can rock with low key.
And I'm excited. I want to get to Golden Wind, where it's with the mafia people and it's with Dio's son, like Giorno. Like
I want to see Giorno. I want to see Josuke. I want to see all these characters.
Yeah, and
I'm intrigued by all of them.
And then they say when you get to Stone Ocean and Steel Ball Run, like Steel Ball Run is apparently one of the best mangas of all time, which is the 6th edition of JoJo.
Jolene or whatever. Jolene?
No, it's not. Jolene is Stone
Ocean.
Yeah, Stone Ocean. It's the one right after Stone Ocean. Steel Ball Run. It's where they go to America in like the Wild West. So I'm excited for that. But we're getting the spinoff of Rohan Kisabi or Kisahibe. So cool. Good for Araki, man. You're making money and good for Netflix. The next thing, Netflix has announced that Kosuke Ono's The Way of the House Husband manga is inspiring an anime series that will debut worldwide in 2021. The anime stars Kinjiro Suda, who both directed and starred as Tatsu in a live-action promotional video for the manga last December. Basically, it's going to be made by JC Staff. This is what the story is about. The Way of the House Husband follows a retired Yakuza member known as the Immortal Tatsu, who is living out his post-crime career as a house husband. He still manages to find his way into trouble from time to time, except it's in the grocery aisle instead of some back alley. Chrissa, this seems like your bag. Dude's a delinquent, ex-mafia, trying to be a house husband, and they keep trying to throw him back in.
150,000% my motherfucking bag. Like, this is my bag. And not only that, but Netflix really has their ear to the streets, because this is one that I've been hearing as a super banger. I've been hearing about this for months, maybe even a year. I've been seeing the manga. Like, the people have been pushing the fuck out the manga to where, like, I see it on Tumblr, I see it on Twitter, I can't escape it. It's like everywhere I go, I see the manga, and it's been making me want to read it. But I've been reading so much other shit, and this might be the perfect way for me to ingest it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. The whole premise sounds dope as hell. The aesthetic looks dope as hell. Just from the poster, you could already tell it's about to be funny as hell, action-packed, low-key. It's gonna be a good comedy. I feel like I'm one for the slice of life comedies, but as long as it's going somewhere and it has heart.
It reminds me of Great Teacher Okazuna, or what's that show called? Great Teacher
Onizawa?
Yeah, Onizawa.
GTO. I just always call it GTO.
It reminds me of GTO. It gives me those vibes. But before we get to our final story, which is basically our discussion, I want to ask you to rank in excitement these Netflix shows. So I'm gonna list them all off, and I want to know from top to bottom which you're most excited. So we got High Rise Invasion, Yasuke, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure spinoff, Godzilla, Pacific Rim, Spriggan, and then The Way of the House Husband. Rank them in which ones you are most excited for. So what's number one in excitement for you?
Number one in excitement? I think Baki is really gonna be the one.
you just want smoke with them niggas, bro.
No, I'm playing, man. But I ain't gonna lie, The Way of the House Husband might be the one I peep first.
That's
if
number
they all
one.
drop at the same time, that might be my number one. Matter of fact, no, I lie. Yasuke.
Okay,
and then that one.
And then Way of the House Husband. All right, what's number three?
Number three would probably have to be. I probably have to say High Rise
Invasion. Okay.
High Rise Invasion. Then Godzilla.
Okay.
Then Pacific Rim.
Okay.
Then Spriggan.
Okay.
And then probably
the JoJo spinoff.
The JoJo's last, just because it's not high on my list of shit. I still gotta catch up on JoJo. So and it might be my bag once I'm caught up on JoJo.
So you go
right now.
Yasuke, House Husband, High Rise Invasion, Godzilla, Pacific Rim, JoJo's.
And I ain't gonna lie, before Pacific Rim, I'd probably sneak in Vampire in the Garden, because Vampire in the Garden is gonna be exclusive out there too.
Yeah,
I just noticed that one. Like that's one that it's a sleeper, but it looks like a sleeper, but it might be really good too. So I'm gonna throw that in there. I might peep that out before the last two.
So I rank it like this: I go High Rise Invasion number one, Yasuke number 2, Spriggan number 3, Be the Beginning number 4, Godzilla number 5, Pacific Rim, then the House Husband, and then the JoJo's shit. So number 1's got to be High Rise Invasion for me, and then Yasuke right there with you. I agree. I have the same amount of excitement as Yasuke for you, and then but Be the Beginning's 3rd for me just because of how much I love season 1. But Netflix killing it, and that leads into our discussion, which is our final story, and then we're gonna discuss some other stuff involved.
Ain't Beastars coming next year too? Next year too?
Yeah, it is. Beastars up there.
That was already announced, but I ain't gonna lie, they already had like
they need to announce Dorohedoro season 2. That's what I need. Like
I need that.
I need that more than Beastars and more than any of these things we announced. Like I need Dorohedoro at the end of 2021. That's a fact. But Netflix has announced a comprehensive business alliance with anime studios. Nas did ID Invaded, and then Infinite Dinohigram, Science Saru, which did Japanese Sinks 2020, and then Keep Your Hands Off Izuken, and Mappa, who is Yuri on Ice, Jujutsu Kaisen, as well as South Korea's Studio Mir, which did Korra and Legendary Voltron. Netflix previously announced partnerships this year with Production IG, with Studios, and Bones, which has already resulted in animes like Great Pretender, Kara on Tuesday, and some of the others. In 2019, it announced another partnerships with Anima, Sublimination, and David Production. With all of these partnerships, Netflix is trying to take over the anime market. In the streaming wars, how do you feel about Netflix now partnering with Nas, Science Saru, Mappa, Bones, and Production IG? Are they trying to take over the game?
Hopefully it's not exclusive, because I ain't gonna lie, Mappa
I don't think it's
spread the wealth around, because Mappa's out here fucking giving everybody heat.
Because Mappa has a partnership with Crunchyroll and Toonami as well. So
because Mappa's out here, bro, delivering classic after classic after classic. Even if it's not a classic, it's great animation, it's great adaptation.
How do you feel about this? Because at the start of the year, when we hear all of these Toonami and Crunchyroll partnerships and all the stuff they're coming with 2021, we're like, okay, is Crunchyroll and Toonami like breaking free and taking the lead? And then we see all of this new Funimation stuff, and it's like, okay, Funimation's back up. But now we get this big bombshell of Netflix dropping stuff along with Amazon. Who would you say is the front runner right now in the streaming wars in terms of anime?
I'm just gonna say, first of all, before I say who I think might be the front runner, I definitely want to say that I'm always happy to see, and I'm super glad to see something like this versus see a company fall off from not having new anime.
Yep.
And at the same time, I feel like we're gonna get bangers from everybody, like at least one or two. There's definitely gonna be some people that's gonna be the chip leaders, but I'm more excited to see like everybody knowing they have to make anime, to where we just getting a plethora of anime. We got a lot of shit to choose from.
I think your last point is huge, because I think Netflix saw what HBO Max, Crunchyroll, and Toonami are doing, what Funimation and Hulu are doing, and more frankly, what Amazon is doing. Like, you could say Netflix has lost the anime battle up until this year. Like, I think this year with Dorohedoro, Beastars, and Great Pretender, they're like, oh no, we're here to play. And it's now it's like, okay, now we're not even just trying to play, we're trying to take over. Because, I mean, when you have The Way of the House Husband, High Rise Invasion, and Yasuke, that's big titles going into 2021. That's anime of the year categories.
I know for sure with me, I look at, you feel me? Like at the same time, Netflix got the Beastars, the Dorohedoro, got the House Husband shit. They got a lot of good shit that they about to drop. They had 7 Deadly Sins. They had a lot of exclusive shit that
they were weak. They were weak for a while.
They only had a couple bangers. Like 7 Deadly Sins was probably one of the only ones. Did they have Magi?
They had the things that held them through was Magi, 7 Deadly Sins, Be the Beginning, and Hero Mask. Those were their
Baki was there, one of their chip leaders.
Those were their 5 that was like the ones. But
I fucked with their what was that shit called? The Gargantia.
See, I didn't fuck with that one. And like the only ones I fucked with was Be the Beginning, Hero Mask, and Sirius the Jaeger. But everything else was like, man, especially when you have Amazon dropping Vinland Saga, Dororo, Inuyashiki, Banana Fish, Crunchyroll's doing this Tower of God, and having all the simulcast along with Funimation. it's like, where did Netflix
I think
fit into this?
Crunchyroll is gonna win off the strength of the simulcast, like off the strength of the
Them and Funimation
Crunchyroll being the
for
only
sure.
place. Because at the same time, you know what I'm saying, Funimation, they give you Yashahime and shit like that. But I feel like Crunchyroll gives you Yashahime and they give you Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen's on Funimation, is it?
No, it's not. But see, Funimation, you get like things like Moriarty the Patriot, Akudama Drive, which is not on Crunchyroll. So
definitely.
like, it's give and give.
The Hypnosis mic too.
Yeah, I know that's y'all shit.
Hypnosis mic is just nuts. Like, it's not my favorite shit, but it's nuts. Like, I want to say Peter and Haz, they talk about this shit might be contender for anime of the year. I'm like, nigga, this shit low for me. This shit, I'm not saying that is bad. I'm just saying that it's because I like it, but it's at the same time, I got a top 5, 6, 7, and that might be in my top 10, but it's gonna be to the end of my top 10.
Is Dorohedoro
Akudama Drive ahead of that? You feel me?
Is Dorohedoro still the front runner for anime of the year?
No.
Ooh, what's the front runner for you right now?
Jujutsu Kaisen off the strength of 4 episodes. And I'm not gonna lie, bro.
4?
Fire Force.
Ooh,
like Jujutsu, we gonna have to talk about it later, but these are 2 worthy shows. Completely new anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, but come back if we're counting.
Damn, completely new. You can't even give it some more. But like Dorohedoro, we got a fire season, Chris.
Jujutsu Kaisen is the Demon Slayer of 2020, except better, most likely.
I feel like you're not giving Dorohedoro enough love.
I love Dorohedoro, and Dorohedoro is gonna be win some categories. Like when we talk Anime Talk Awards,
Best Girl
at the end of the year, we got a bunch of them that I could consider. You feel me? But as far as anime of the year, it's really great. This is helping me build my seinen bag because I feel like my seinen, I don't got a lot of I got mostly shonen in my top. Even to this day, like the manga I'm reading right now, I'm not on Kingdom. I want to get on Kingdom. I'm not on Vinland. And Vinland is cool. Like, I like the anime, but the anime didn't make me go read the manga and everything. The manga I'm reading is like strictly shonen and like seinen leaning towards shonen. Like Chainsaw Man is technically shonen, but that's leaning towards like some more mature shonen. But at the same time, you feel me? Dorohedoro is goated. You feel me? That's top 10 of the year. If we talk a whole year, it might even break top 5.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's got to be top 5. Like, but we got to put some respect on it because it came early in the year. But
it's iconic. It's iconic.
Also, let me say this: Great Pretender. I know you haven't watched that yet. That's up there for anime.
I've watched a little bit, and that Great Pretender sounds dope as fuck too.
Great Pretender is amazing.
I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it, and it was definitely high pace, and it was off. It was like the energy was there.
That like Great Pretender is amazing. I wanted to ask you this before we get into our review section. When it comes to best new shonen, the quote unquote big 3, to me, I have to say the best new gen shonen in the vein of the big 3 has to be My Hero frontrunner, number 1. Fire Force, number 2. At number 3, Jujutsu Kaisen. Am I wrong with that take? Is that a off take?
I just don't think we passed the era of a big 3 for sure.
Okay.
Like, I feel like we got too many. Like, those are definitely 3 good ones. But even though I'm not on it, we can't leave out Black Clover.
Oh no, Black Clover's number 4 for me for sure. Like, I got to give Black Clover its props because Black Clover's phenomenal. Like, it is phenomenal. Like, what's going on right now in Black Clover is amazing. And I feel the same way about Undead Unluck. Like, that's one that's huge. We got Kaiju number 8. But in terms of, like, just the front runners, it's got to be those 3.
I'm looking at in terms of anime specifically because in the next few years, I feel like it's going to look different. Like, let's say, I want to say maybe even 2, 3 years from now, we're going to be looking at anime, like, there's going to be a lot of goated shit out. You feel me? Yeah. Attack on Titan is going to be over next year, but I mean, probably year after next, we're going to have Eden Zero, Chainsaw Man in the mix. We're going to have a whole bunch of other Shonen Jump properties that we don't know how
hopefully
popular they're
Undead Unluck will be there.
Spy Family. You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of shit. Kaiju number 8, like you said.
Yeah, that's going to definitely have a lot of.
I feel like we're in an era of, like, this is why I say we're past the big 3 era is over. Yeah, we're past the big 3 era of shonen because shonen is so diverse now. Like, you're not just getting One Piece, Bleach, Naruto. You're getting a million different, Hunter children. You're getting a bunch of Death Note children, like with Promised Neverland. You're getting a bunch of, like, all these new era mangaka are influenced by the OGs, but the OGs, all you really had was Tagashi with Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. You had like the JoJo's, I forget the mangaka's name for JoJo's, but you had like Gentoki, you had like some front runners as far as long running shonen heavy hitters.
Okay, well,
now it's like we got a long roster. Like I even consider Demon Slayer if we talk about anime, because we can't ignore the numbers the movie's doing. We still got season 2 and 3. I feel like all the way up until the last arc, like even when you get to the Inosuke butterfly, Hashira's arc, you get to the whole Mist arc. I feel like we got a good 10 years of Demon Slayer content by the drop.
10?
I feel like a hot 10 because if we get an arc a year, if we get an arc a year, I feel like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be like 6.
But I'm saying like as a whole run, like because like let's start it at 2019. I feel like we might, especially if we get like a movie a year instead of a season, and I feel like we got about 10 arcs. You know what I'm saying? About. Like maybe not 10 years, but almost a decade. It's gonna be around for the decade.
Where I'm
because
at with
we might have an off year where we don't get a season or some shit like that.
As great as Promised Neverland and Demon Slayer are, I push them to the side. Like I push them into like y'all are the Hunter x Hunter, like just that like how Hunter x Hunter was great, Death Note was great, but we don't put them with the big 3. Like they're on the side. That's where I put Demon Slayer and Promised Neverland. Like y'all on the side, y'all are good for what y'all are amazing, y'all are goated. But in terms of like long running shonen, it doesn't get better than My Hero, Fire Force, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Like it really
I feel like some Black Clover niggas would argue. I wouldn't. I would definitely not argue that. But I feel like I'm arguing for Chainsaw Man if we get a fire anime adaptation.
And look, Black Clover to me is right on the heel. Like I wouldn't be mad if someone said Black Clover over Jujutsu Kaisen. I would not be mad at that. Like I'm not mad at that because I think Black Clover is great. To me, the solidified ones though are Fire Force and My Hero. Those two do not move for me. Those two do not move. And I think Eden Zero and Undead Unluck can maybe take that third spot. Because like
the only thing with me with the big
Eden
3,
Zero.
like that was all shonen. Like that was all shonen Jump big 3. And they were all airing at the same time and everything. But like even when we look back at that era, there was other shit popping. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because Eden Zero and Fire Force aren't Shonen Jump like properties.
Yeah, like the only ones that really are is My Hero, Black Clover, and Jujutsu Kaisen. That's the only reason why I'm looking at Shonen Jump and like big 3. But at the same time, they got a lot of bangers. And if we talking about shonen in general, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm just talking shonen in general, big 3. That's what
they got a lot of other shit too. I don't think Radiant's gonna bust that big to be big 3.
No, Radiant is always gonna be like this. Radiant's gonna be this niche cult classic, like underrated. Like Radiant's gonna be the thing in 5 years that everybody on Twitter.
Neverland's gonna fall because I wonder how long they're gonna stretch Promised Neverland too, and Senku too. Like Dr. Stone, we're in off period of Dr. Stone.
But Promised Neverland's like Demon Slayer. It's like it's over. So Promised Neverland's done.
But when it's like One Piece is not that far ahead of the manga with the anime. But I ain't gonna lie, with these like Demon Slayer, I look at some of the shows that's not getting the long ass, because you know how they got some anime that just run all year.
Yeah.
Front to back. Like One Piece is gonna run all year. When Dragon Ball drops, Dragon Ball just don't stop, drops all year.
My Hero's running all year. Black Clover running all year.
Forever. And we just get these long ass super seasons. Some of them we not gonna, like some of them we gonna get slower. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, we're gonna get 24. We're gonna get another 24.
Well,
like Demon Slayer, we're gonna get 24. We're gonna get
depends
another 24.
On how with Jujutsu Kaisen, it depends on how long the manga runs.
That too.
Because the manga doesn't seem like it's stopping anytime soon. So it could essentially get to that point. But that's just where I'm at right now. And we're gonna talk about why I feel Fire Force is so high. Maybe I don't even know
how much longer Fire Force would have too, though, because I feel like they're getting to the nitty gritty right now.
Fire Force is about to end. The manga's about to end. There's
a lot
more.
I'm thinking the manga has to end pretty soon. I'm looking at Chainsaw Man like that's not gonna last too long.
There's a lot more
Kaisen
in terms
Zero gonna be around a while.
Yeah, there's a lot in terms of anime for Fire Force to get to do more that's left on the block. But the manga's about to end. Eden Zero is one that's like we're gonna be talking about that in a couple of years. Like
that's the next fairy tale. That's gonna be going until.
And I don't even like saying that because to me it's way better than fairy tale.
And the only reason why I say that is because fairy tale lasted a long time. This one's not going nowhere. This one's gonna be successful. It's gonna be around until Mashima's done with it, and I hope he's not done with it anytime soon. And I hope I'm really loving the idea of the Mashima Heroes thing where he does was
has like his MCU. He has his cinematic universe.
The crossovers.
Yeah, with Fairy Tail.
Yeah, I love seeing that. You know, I'm a sucker for that shit. I eat that shit up.
So we got a lot to look forward to.
And I love seeing all three of those collab. I saw on Twitter, somebody was hoping that Okubo would do that with Fire Force and Soul Eater. I'm like, nah, let those two series be alone.
That's what I was gonna.
They wouldn't have too much crossover. But I saw somebody putting that on the timeline. I don't
want that.
As much as I would see that, I love to see that. I'd love to see it in like a one-shot, non-canon kind of deal versus a whole manga or a whole anime. Because
Fire Force is too good. It's too good to just, and that's no disrespect to Soul Eater, but
I ain't gonna lie, Soul Eater's got body, but the anime adaptation butchered it. If anything, if you're gonna bring Soul Eater back, give a complete manga faithful adaptation give it to Mappa. Let Mappa do what the last studio should have did, because Mappa will do what they did and more. That's the only
Fire Force is too
trust at this point.
Fire Force is too good to just clog down with Soul Eater, and that's no disrespect to Soul Eater. That's just how
I'm just saying, as far as like a side, like when you
as a side thing, I'd be cool with.
I feel the same way about Fairy Tail. Like I wouldn't want to see like Fairy Tail Eden Zero crossover in like Eden Zero. Like imagine you're reading Eden Zero, then they have a crossover chapter.
Yeah, I would hate that shit because Eden Zero's too good for that.
Like, you remember how we were watching One Piece and like somewhere in the Dressrosa arc, you get the crossover with Toriko and Dragon Ball. It's like, why is Toriko even there? Toriko's not relevant right now for millions of different reasons. But at the same time, I like seeing the spinoffs. I would love to see like a little one shot, but I wouldn't want to see anything serious. Like,
no, I'm with you. But let's get to this week's reviews. Let's start off with JJK because we got to finish with Fire Force. Fire Force is the best of the week. Got to finish with it.
So the drip, you know what I'm saying?
But that's no disrespect to JJK because it was awesome this week. So season 1, episode 3, Girl of Steel. Itadori, Fushiguro, a.k.a. Megami, and Goju head out to meet up with the third first year, Saki, or how do you say her first name? Kujisaki? Yeah, Kujisaki Nobara. Thereafter, they head to an abandoned building where Goju tasks Itadori and Nobara with exorcising the curses lurking inside. Once inside the building, Itadori and Kujisaki split up to look for the curses, and Kujisaki faces off against a cunning curse that takes a child hostage. Chrissa, what'd you think of the introduction to Nobara, Kujisaki, and what'd you think about the battle with her using her nail and hammer against the curses, and then Itadori coming through with his sword and slicing up that curse and saving the kid?
Instantly one of my favorite characters off the dump. Like,
yeah, I like Nobara a lot.
Nobara is like an essential member to the team. As
I like Nobara more than Megami right now.
Facts, same. But I gotta throw this out there because it's very apparent. We've talked about it last episode. It's about to get it on Twitter. But the Naruto comparisons, as far as, you know, the character tropes and just we got the two guys, the girl, the captain. You feel me? This is essentially a better matchup for me all around because I love the dynamic as far as dynamic wise. I hated the dynamic of the you know, that group. Team 7 because I didn't really fuck with Sasuke. I didn't really fuck with Sakura. They were cool characters, and I understood why they were there, and I love them all differently. But Naruto, I love Naruto. Like, Naruto is one of my favorite MCs of all time, and to me, Sakura is more of an annoyance than a great character, and I know the Sakura stands are going to come from me, but she's a good character, but she could have been a great character, and fucking Kishimoto will admit himself he could have written a lot of the female characters better. And Sakura did get her shine, but was she enjoyable to watch on screen? Maybe for a few parts of Naruto before Shippuden, but there was a certain point in time where she just became a hindrance, and not even just a hindrance, but
I didn't like her until Shippuden. Like, if I'm being honest,
even in Shippuden, bro, I didn't like whenever she did that whole fake love for Naruto. The whole let me chase Sasuke.
Yeah, wasn't better. She wasn't better until after the pain. Like, once the pain arc. Everything pain arc passed that's when Sakura gets good. Good
Tsunade training and shit like that before she starts really.
But the comparisons are viable because like you cannot say that the JJK mangaka didn't take influence from Kishimoto.
He had to.
It's
you got
obvious.
Team 7. You have a leader, very Kakashi-esque, very mysterious, very badass looking, white hair, silver hair.
That's his name.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time. You feel me?
It's different though. It's very, very different.
It's super different because you don't get, and this is why I'm loving it, right? That's the only reason why I compare it to contrast it. Nobara, how do you say her name? She is automatically going to be more lovable in my opinion than Sakura, just because she goes along with the main character to where, as far as Megumi seems like the more stern, the more look, we got to get this shit done. He's going to be the Sakura. He's going to be like, guys, we get your head in the game, which I love. I love seeing a Kurama-esque, cool, laid-back genius character who's going to sit there and plot some shit out, who has a bunch of animals, you know what I'm saying? Probably
This
loves some
Hiei
animals.
Kurama fusion.
He's like a Hiei Kurama fusion. That's the perfect way to explain it, because it's literally badass like Hiei, but at the same time, cool, calm, and collected like Kurama. You seem like you got it all together. You seem like Shikamaru. You smart a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And Nobara seems goofy, just like Yuji seems goofy to a certain extent.
She's like Kuwabara. She really is. She's like,
like a
loud, like she Inosuke type. Like she is loud and vibrant and just badass. Like that's the thing.
I said,
that's the thing about these new mangakas. The way they write their female characters are way better than how Toriyama, how no disrespect to your boy Tagashi, how Kishimoto, Oda wrote his female characters good, but it's not at the level of what the mangaka today are doing. Like Oda's female characters are in the side. They're not really into the action. Like, of course, we get some female characters that does action, but they're not the main focal point. Whereas in stuff like JJK, My Hero, Black Clover, the female characters like Noelle, Ochako, but more so Nobara, they are very potent and lovable and needed female characters. They don't feel like an add-on.
For sure.
They feel like main focus.
2020 is the year of ladies, bro. Like, ladies are winning this year, from Yashahime to Jujutsu Kaisen
to my girl from Dorohedoro.
Yeah, from Dorohedoro.
Nikaido. That's best girl right now. She is the front runner. Gotta give it to her. Her and Noe. Shout out to them.
Sure.
I'm not letting it sleep. But episode 3, love the fight. Like you said, love the characterization of Nobara. I'm giving this a solid 4.3 out of 5.
I might give it high. I might give it like a 4.7, 4.8. Because I don't want to say this is almost a 5 for me, just because I know it's not a 5. It's just I really love when you first meet Nobara, how they meet in the city and how it's real goofy. I love like the not slice of life-esque aspect of it, but just the whole, she's coming from the country. She wants to meet up in the city just so she can do some shopping and just enjoy the city. And Gojo finesses him, you know what I'm saying? The leader, he just finesses him to be like, hey, look, we about to go to Tokyo or whatever the fuck. And they like, nigga, this not fucking, don't lie to us. Like, nigga, I know we country bumpkins, but we not fucking stupid. Then just seeing the action happen quick, fast, and in a hurry, seeing Nobara get to flex her muscle, seeing how the whole situation played out with the curses and the kid, was just a real dope first mission to me. It was very quick. I feel like they are throwing these kids in this water
fast. Yeah. They got to, though, because this, and I was going to say this, where, and I'm going to ask you about this in a second, but where Demon Slayer, they throw them in, but it doesn't feel like some of the curses they fight in the beginning, they build to where it's strong. Like, these curses from the jump can kill them. And like, you see it when you see in the next episode when Yuji's hand gets taken off. It shows like how serious it is from Jump Street. And that's what I really love about JJK. How do you feel about this conversation? Sukuna versus Muzan. I think Sukuna better villain. Way better.
I will say it's super, 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 super hard to ignore the Demon Slayer similarities as far as not content, not Yuji's definitely not Tanjiro, but at the same time, you see the grotesque the grotesque villain demon curse entities.
Yep.
You see definitely the studio get adapted by a great studio who does great anime adaptation, visually stunning. You feel me?
A villain that's supposed to be impactful.
Yep, and it's definitely gory. It's not scared to get violent. It definitely doesn't seem like it's scared to get dark. Like, you see the main character's parent or guardian die first episode. Yep. You see these kids are fucked up. You see these kids are getting their arms sliced off. You're seeing that this is about to be it seems very Demon Slayer-esque as far as this is going to be the next in that vein kind of like, if you like that, you're probably going to like this. But as far as Muzan versus
Sukuna,
just knowing what I know from the manga,
Scuna's so much better. Give it to JJK, bro.
In 4 episodes, you can see the strength of Sukuna. You know what I'm
like the way Scuna scares us is what I wanted from Muzan. You never felt
it's a different level.
You never felt this scared of Muzan, especially like you did in the beginning. But when you see what he is, it's like, y'all dropped the ball, bro. Y'all dropped the ball. And the Sukuna's never drop the ball, even in the manga with Sukuna. Every time he comes on screen, it's like, this is the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
It seems nuts. Like from episode 4, it seems really, really, really nuts. Like I'm intrigued.
Episode 4, the 3 Jujutsu first years are sent in to rescue inmates of a detention center haunted by a cursed womb with the potential to spawn a special grade curse spirit. The young sorcerers are faced with a choice to run or die. Itadori tells Megumi to go save Nobara and give me a signal. Once you give me the signal, I'll bring out Sukuna to take out this curse because we're not strong enough. Bro, when we see Itadori putting up his hand and we see his fingers start to go, dude loses a hand, I was like, oh, this is animated so beautifully. And it's just like the stakes, like that's the thing with anime like Demon Slayer with My Hero. The stakes weren't that high in the first season. The stakes are super, super high. And this is episode 4. That's what makes JJK
Demon Slayer,
so great.
Niggas was dying in Demon Slayer.
But I mean, in terms of like Tanjiro, the stakes weren't high for him. Like you knew he was going to survive.
Low key, because he's the main character, the MC.
Yeah, but like
you're just going to survive too. Low key.
But
he's just in a fucked up situation. Yeah, like he's literally possessed by this nigga.
And I really want to know how this is going to play out. The way how he was losing his fingers and his hand, it's like, yo, they're going there with Yuji. It's like, you know he's going to survive, but it's like, how much of him will survive?
Yeah, for sure.
So I really love this episode, seeing Sukuna battle the cursed demon, and he was like, yo, let's go take him out. He's like, oh, no, you're an idiot. Don't worry. I'm going to show you how to really be a demon. He unleashes his domain, slices him up. It's just like, yo, so badass. And I love Megumi's dogs and his snake and his frogs and all his different animals he summons. Mm-hmm. This episode to me was a solid 4.7, 4.8. This episode was great.
Yeah, this one's another. I want to say this one I don't want to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 4.9. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's close to a 5. Like, so much shit happened. This episode was a roller coaster from the beginning, just from the beginning of the mission.
When they show the domain, when they walk in, how beautiful it was. When it went up super, super high and the door gets away, it's just like, yo, this is amazing.
I knew what time it was whenever they showed Son's mama from outside, and she was like, oh, my baby and shit like that.
And her son was all bloodied up and torn up, and Megumi's like, bro, I don't have time to save this dude. I got to try to save us.
Yeah. That was super dark. It was super heavy.
Real. Yes.
Seeing Yuji want to save that dude, and Megumi be like, dude, you don't even know this motherfucker. This motherfucker is like a scumbag. You feel me?
Another reason why I love Yuji so much and why he's so endearing as a main character, when he started to have regret and he was fearing failure, bro. When he was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. And he just remembers like, bro, I can't think like this because that's how I'm going to fail. I can't think that I'm going to fail. And he's like, even if I can't choose where I'm going to die, I'm going to live up to what my grandpa said. And I'm going to live up to what I said. I want to protect people. I can't just give up. And he almost gave up. And I thought it was just beautifully done how they executed him. Just the way he was talking to himself in his brain and going back and forth in the anime. I thought they did a damn good job.
Hell yeah. He's definitely a compelling character. Like, he definitely has emotions. He's not stale. This is a lot of if my homie Malik listens to this, he gonna kill me. But this is a lot of the problems I have with Ichigo. He's just kind of stale. He's just there. He's just the hero because the shonen fucking needed an MC. You feel me? Shonen needed an MC. They gave you Ichigo. He's badass when he needs to be badass. But this character, he just seems like he has so much personality. And personality. Humanity. He seems like a real character versus just a shonen MC stand-in.
I agree with that 100%.
Even Tanjiro's low-key a shonen MC stand-in for me. I love all the side characters, but Tanjiro just like, I'm gonna be a shonen MC. He has good reason to, but I mean, this one, he's a very compelling character.
That's what I'm getting at. I love this. So this episode was great. All right, let's get to it. It's time. Let's get to arguably the best returning show of 2020. My good, bro, Chrissa, are we exaggerating how good Fire Force is?
Nah, I gotta say this because a lot of people on Twitter have been saying they've been dropping it. I posted something today because the beginning of the episode we about to get into, there was some etchy. You feel me? We could get on to that. But I had tweeted something like
There
along the
was?
lines of real quick. It was something that they memed on Twitter real quick.
Oh.
But at the same time, I said, why is nobody complaining about etchy anymore? I'm like, maybe it's because Tamaki was written like garbage in season 1, and now season 2 has a lot less
They
Tamaki,
cut her ass out.
and there's still some etchy scenes, and nobody's complaining because it's great. It's great writing. But at the same time, I'd said that, and everybody was like, somebody had said something about like nobody probably noticed because everybody dropped that shit. I was like, nah, stop. And then I saw like buku other people saying like, man, people still watching Fire Force. I dropped that. And I'm like, hold up, there's too many of y'all. So I'm looking at it like, okay, we reviewed Fire Force season 1 for Anime Talk. I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely called it mid because it was hype, but it wasn't as hyped as it could have been. And I say the same thing about Mob Psycho season 1. Mob Psycho season 1 was great, or it was good, but Mob Psycho season 2 was great.
Mob Psycho season 1, I'm not gonna let you do the Mob Psycho season 1 and 2 are great, but I get your point. Saying, like, I get your reference. Like it's
the same thing. It started good and then booted up. Like season 2, it was a super huge. Like if Mob Psycho season 1 was a 4.5, then Mob Psycho season 2 was a 5.5. Like
for
across the board.
I agree with that.
And this is the same thing with this. If Fire Force season 1 was
Fire Force season
4,
1 was like a B, like in B tier. I'd say it's like
not
high
even
B.
It's like low B tier. It's
see,
not C tier.
Yeah, it's not
but
C.
It's low B tier.
I can see why you say low B tier. I say high B tier, but it's B tier.
But you kind of knew what was coming. You kind of knew what was coming before it was coming.
And see,
like,
season
you really
2
don't get a lot of what's his name, Benimaru until season 2.
Yep,
season 2. A little bit of Benimaru season 1.
Oh, season 2's S tier, bro. This shit is amazing, and the writing of it, like the story they are telling with this Idola Burst and Idola Link, and just the history of the world, like
Amaterasu and
the
shit.
world building, the Amaterasu.
Amaterasu.
Everything about it is just flawless, bro. This is peak fiction. Like when people tweet that peak fiction shit, season 2 of Fire Force is peak fiction. Episode 16, mind blown. The 3-way battle between Hajime, the White Clad, and the 8th continues. When Ritsu and Humea both use their unique abilities, everyone involved is placed in danger. It's up to Vulcan and Arthur to turn things around. Oh yeah, the etchy with Humea, where that wasn't even, I didn't even consider that like really, really etchy. Like
it's just them sliding it in. Because the thing is, Fire Force is listed under shonen etchy, you know what I'm saying? And it's because they slip it in. It's the same thing with Soul Eater. A lot of people was mad at the etchy in Fire Force, and I wasn't never mad at it. The shower scene, they slipped that in there as a shower scene. They slipped in the nurses getting on the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like how they're all super wet in their robes and everything. Is everything in Fire Force involving certain figures is gonna involve a little bit of fan service, even to the point where, you know, and this is the things I like. You feel me? I like whenever they take fan service and they slide it in, but it's casual and it's not overly done and it's not corny and it's not detrimental to the plot itself. When you look at what is the thing that's inside of Shinra? Isn't there a chicken side of him?
No. Oh, you talking about, that's just the link. He's linked. It's nothing inside of him. It's like they're all linked. In the chick we keep seeing is the chick that's powering Tokyo right now in the Amaterasu.
Okay, so that's exactly what it is. I was always confused about exactly what I was watching. Well, not exactly what I was watching, but exactly what that character represented. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like whenever they show the cleavage shots or whatever, it just slides it in there. Nobody says nothing about it because it's not written poorly. But people are gonna speak on Tamaki season 1 because of that stupid ass scene where she was supposed to win a fight and she ended up fumbling the rock, putting the enemy into submission with etchiness, and then at the same time, still had to get her ass saved by Maki and sister. Didn't sister hit her over the head with something? But all I was saying is a lot of people dropped this and they need to pick it back up because season 1 was good, but season 2 is great.
Season 2 is great. Man, this episode where we see Sharon's like, Shinra, I'm a protector. I'm going to protect you anyway because you're a pillar too. I just thought like everything about this episode, from Sharon trying to help Shinra to we're seeing Chrissa Korono helping them too. And then we see Maki just bust up the protector of Humea, the arrow. She Maki went ham with just hitting her elbow and then just busting her ass. And then I love seeing her with the Dominions lady first, Humea, and then Arthur get his sword in the stone moment where he does his EMT, and just everything about this episode leading up to the next episode, which was even more gas. It was a solid setup, and it was great setup.
I love seeing that the whole Vulcan and Arthur thing for sure.
Yeah,
because at that point I didn't put in and this is probably being idiotic of me, but like literally Arthur, you know what I'm saying? The stone, sword and stone.
Yeah.
The whole he wants to be a knight. The whole his sword being called Excalibur. I did not put two and two together with all that shit until this. I'm like, damn. That's why they wrote him to be this way. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was written to be that way. But I definitely love seeing Vulcan push him to his limits and be like, how stupid are you? How hard can I finesse you? Or how easily can I finesse you? What will you believe? How far will you go with the stupid shit, off of the stupid shit I tell you? And it was just funny seeing Vulcan do that because it makes him a little bit more interesting as a character too. I love seeing the team. Like a lot of people, matter of fact, somebody said this in my mentions today. Somebody was like, man, I dropped Fire Force because they got like a bunch of characters that don't do nothing. And I'm like, every character is doing something right now. Yeah. Every character is moving. Even Captain and Lieutenant
Hinoa. Yeah, Lieutenant Hinoa. Yep, Captain Obi and Lieutenant Hinoa. They're doing stuff. I need them to get a little more shine, but right now they're fighting people that, quite frankly, they can't hang with. Like
I want to say this is episode, but wasn't that episode where they were like tossing him around like a basketball?
Yeah, they're tossing Nataku.
Bro, that was the funniest shit I ever seen in my life. I'm like, bro, they really. At first, I was like, damn, they doing him bad. Yeah, like just in the beginning, I was sitting there like, they doing something bad. Then all of a sudden, they start going crazy with it. I was like, bro, y'all wilding.
But he gets pissed, and I love Nataku's like feeling of his parents being always wanting something of him into levels that he could never do, and then seeing Rekka always in the back of his mind like do it, and seeing him break down, and then Humea use that negativity to turn him into this giant inferno. So crazy. And then having like his pillar thing. I wonder if this is gonna be it, but like how Inca is like, she sees where fire's coming. His is like radiation, and how Humea's plasma. I think that's so cool to have these different types of like fire, where Sho controls like time and energy. This dude's controlling radiation. Nataku, if he's doing radiation, this dude's gonna be strong.
Oh yeah, just from how you see how he booted up, like this dude's nothing to play with. You feel me? Son keep calling him weak. I'm like, this nigga is not weak. He might be weaker than you.
He's doing that, weak. But Kurano's doing that to keep him weak.
Yeah, and that whole shebang threw me off. I was not expecting it to get.
Oh, well, let's get to that. What would you rank episode 16 so we can get to 17? Because 17's huge.
I'll give this one a strong 4.8, 4.9.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. 4.7, 4.8. I'm right there with you. Let's get to episode 17. Boys will be weak. As Nataku continues to rampage, Shinra's Idola links with him, revealing the pressure his parents placed on him to succeed. When the threat Nataku possesses comes to a head, his protection as one of the pillars comes from an unlikely source. And the idea of pillars protecting them, we see that all throughout this episode. Nataku goes full blast and does like a beam that would destroy the entire like section. Nobody would survive. And then all of it comes, Sharon takes it in and then sends it back out. Bro, when Sharon did that, I was just like, look at this badass. Just like, and we see a little bit of his eye for the first time. I was like, oh, this is big. This is huge. And then we see like Humea's kind of a bitch. She doesn't really do anything in this. We see Kurano just come in with his sword and just slice. It's just like, yo, is Kurano in this level of Sharon, what's Joker, Benny Maru, and then Captain Burns is like,
yeah, we still don't even know technically how strong he is. We just know he's strong as fuck. He might be stronger than all them niggas.
Like, Kurano has to be in that same level with his, like, building of, like, black soot weapons.
Bro, when he used that sword, I was like, oh, he official. Like, he went from, like, I'm intrigued by him and I might like him to, like, oh, yeah, badass. Certified badass.
Dude is a nut, like.
And then the fact that he's bullying that little kid low-key for the best. For him, I guess.
Yeah, like the twist that they put in of like Kurano's doing this to keep him to be a child and keep him weak. It's like, whoa, didn't see that coming.
It makes me like him because he gets off on bullying this little kid, but at least it's working towards this kid's benefit. He's the only kid that can balance this kid out
to
emotionally.
get him to grow. Yeah, and it's because this kid's so fucked up. He needs this fucked
weird,
up way of
he's
loving.
Bullying him to it's weird that he has to get bullied to
and
get
then
that.
seeing
But
the White Clad work with the 8th and then work with Hajime, how everybody works together, and then Hajime's like, I mean, the White Clad's like, you know what? We don't even want no more smoke today. We just gonna dip out.
we going.
We just
I love
leave.
seeing that too.
And then
I love seeing the situation get that crazy to where like it was up and down, then left and right, and you didn't know what the fuck to expect at any given moment. It was just a crazy ride.
And then
it made
the
sense at the end of the day.
boss at the end was nuts to me when he's like, I think Akubo using our world with business being like what runs it. I think that was a good allegory because the business isn't concerned with the White Clad or the 8th. The business is just concerned with making money. That's all they're concerned with at the end of the day. And they don't like the White Clad just as much as the 8th doesn't. And the fact that Hajime partners with them was nuts to me, blew my mind. The fact that they're allowing Vulcan to make a new Amaterasu without making sacrifices blows my mind. It just shows that Hajime's not evil. They're just gray. Like this show is showing that certain people may not be evil. It's just gray everywhere, from the White Clad to Hajime to the church. Everybody's gray because, like Sharon, yes, he's a villain, but he still protected Shinra. Like Licht was a spy, but he's still in their crew. Hajime's doing all this child abusing, but now they're like, "Oh, we'll stop and we'll help you." It's like, what? I didn't see the Hajime twist coming. I did not see that coming.
Did not see it coming, but it made the episode great to me. It made the episode amazing. Like, the episode was already a 4.9.
That turned into a 5.
Pushed it over to the 5. And
yes,
definitely, as far as just the whole exposition, I was nervous with the meeting. I was nervous at first.
Super
like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And then as soon as he started like saying what was real, I believed everything he said because it was so authentic. It was just like, what the fuck I got to lie to you about?
Yeah,
you don't like the shit with the.
He's like, we got 80% of 80% of the whole country works for us. How are we supposed to know about Giovanni? We already got rid of his ass. Fuck that dude. We don't give a fuck about him.
I feel like we might see later on, Hajime might start doing some fucked up shit again. But as of right now, I think it's genius. And I hate seeing villains just be stupid villains that could have did shit a smarter way, but they just be stupid. I love seeing these people that are villains. They see the hero. They take in what's going on.
Hajime's like, we're going to do the lesser two evils.
It would be more beneficial for me to work with y'all than against y'all. Because Hajime could be like, y'all fucked up what we got going on. Y'all gonna die. Fuck everything about what y'all just did.
Fuck y'all and the White Clad. We fucking both of y'all up. And it's that's not smart.
And they're like, y'all would actually, and I love seeing villains, or not even villains, but indifferent people do that, especially Hajime. It works perfect for everybody. Yep. They're sitting there like, it's a win-win. They're like, okay, you wanted to do that for us now.
Yeah, and you don't you're not getting no credit. We're going to take all the credit, but we'll pay for anything you need. Just save it, and that way, we'll help you.
Help us.
And that way, we won't take Shinra and make him be the next Amaterasu. So, and we'll give you all the assistance you need to stop the White Clad. And I loved when he was like, oh, y'all been too focusing on us. Why y'all haven't stopped them yet? That was beautiful. He was like, y'all need to stop worrying about us, and y'all need to stop them because they're bad for both of us. They bad for business. We trying to make money.
If y'all trying to get them, then do y'all thing. Let me not stand in y'all way. Whatever y'all need, let me know.
We not stopping y'all. So that just opens it up for like, yo, where are we going from here? Is it just full on war with White Clad? Like, there's got to be some other villainous people inside of this, and it's like we still got to know. We still don't know who's. We still don't know who's doing starting the spontaneous combustion. Like, is Hajime still behind that? Like, we don't know. So it's like there's still a lot of questions in the air.
We're seeing a lot of the bigger picture, though, now. We're starting to connect dots, and we're starting to see an outline of other dots that need to be connected. Yep. And I'm just excited for that, because season 1, a main component that was lacking to me was, where are we going with this? Now it's mapped out. We don't know exactly where we're going, but there's a million different things we can speculate on where we're going to go now, and that's what you need. You need some kind of guidance, some kind of direction, some kind of world building, and the world is being built very well, if you ask me. Like, the first season, it built it a little bit, and they kind of introduced you to it, but it was just an introduction. And after that, I feel like now season 2, we jumped into the sauce. We're seeing a lot of shit get into play.
This was fucking amazing. Also, Shinra got to get stronger because Shinra can't beat Sharan. I don't think Shinra can beat Kurano.
He noticed that this episode, though. I feel like we saw that. He sat there and he was like, nigga, Sharan saved me. And I just watched. He's like, I couldn't do shit but watch.
He couldn't. And that was another moment like we talked about with Yuji when Shinra was like, bro, I couldn't save Nataku. If it wasn't for Kurano and Sharan, we would have lost. Like, straight up, Shinra's not a hero yet. He's got to get stronger.
And he wants to be a hero super bad. And that's what you need. Every hero needs that realization, like, I ain't shit.
Yep. And I can't wait to see, like, because see, the stuff with Shinra and Sho, he can barely tap in. He can't tap into that. He's gotta be able to fully utilize that and get some power behind him. Because like even Sharan was like, use your speed and I'll use my power. And Shinra was like, I don't need you. And it's like, nah, bro, you need Sharan. Because like your ass can't pack a punch right now. Kurano would whoop your ass. And
Kurano is goated. Kurano's one of my new favorites.
He is, bro. Like it to me, the strength level goes Benimaru, Burns, Joker, Kurano, Sharan, or Sharan over Kurano?
Sharan definitely over Kurano, just off the strength of how badass he is.
Then Kurano is 5.
That shit was supposed to leave a 5 kilometer, if I'm not mistaken, fucking crater.
Yeah,
that nigga took that 4. Shit and was like, fuck that.
Yeah,
fuck the crater, nigga. I'll throw that shit in the air.
And I don't even have Shinra 6. I got Ogun 6, because the fact that they said Ogun's flamey ink gives the same amount of power as Burns, that's huge. Ogun's got to be 6.
Ogun's just that boy. Ogun's that boy off the strength of
like Shinra's 7th, bro. Like Shinra got to get better.
He's gonna get better eventually, though. I feel like
I want Arthur to get better too.
There. I'm glad he doesn't start off super strong, because if there's one thing I hate when shonen MCs just are strong for the sake of being strong get stronger just to be like, I want to get stronger. It's like, for what? Like, it's like, already that nigga.
You need to be strong because your ass can't save anybody right now.
You getting your shit folded everywhere you go. Like I remember when Sharan folded his ass the first time, I was like, damn, Shinra, you going out sad.
Season 1, Shinra was just getting win after win after win. This season, it's like, nah, we're going to bring you back down to earth. And
you see how small those wins were before. You thought them motherfuckers was bad. Now we seeing the real motherfuckers.
We're seeing the real fuckers. Also, Arthur's got to get stronger, too. I need Arthur to get strong because it's got to be the boys.
Arthur's badass, too, in his own right. He's just so stupid. He's just so dumb.
And the fact that Arthur didn't, like, Shinra got his ass beat by Kurano. Kurano was trying against Arthur, and Arthur had his own as a swordsman. That was fire.
But Kurano was beating the shit out of this nigga Shinra. I was like, shit.
That's what I'm saying. Shinra taking L's left and right. But Shinra needs to train with, like, Burns. Like, hopefully that's what happens at the end of the season. Like, he trains with Burns or Joker in, like, combat. One of them.
He made my boy Benimaru look mad because he trained with Benimaru and got his shit rocked back to back after that.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, so we both gave this episode a 5?
For sure. Definitely a strong 5. Like this episode, front to back, didn't miss not one moment.
This episode solidified how good this season is.
I might go back and rewatch it and read the chapters, because like, bro, it's got to be as good on paper as it was, because that shit was so amazing.
That's a fact. That is
in case I missed anything, because there was a lot to take in. Yeah,
there's a lot of exposition that I need to go back over, but that's all we got for this episode, man. This is episode 64. Oh no, wait.
Uh-oh.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, is where we do our Dragon Ball Super review. Chrissa, we got to talk about it, bro. Because we joked about what happened like 2 weeks, like a month ago when we did our last review, we joked about it. We were like, haha, what if Goku gives Moro a sensu bean? And then he does it, bro. And then Moro goes Ultra Instinct. Then Moro absorbs the earth and becomes a part of the earth because Goku didn't finish him off. Wiz asked him to finish him off. Beerus asked him to finish him off. Jocko asked him to finish him off. And Krillin asked him to finish him off. And he didn't. And now Moro's part of the earth. I don't know where it goes from here, but that was a horrible chapter. Like that was Resurrection F and Cell games fused to me.
Now see, it only has one way it could possibly be redeemable. And I say that saying that even if they do this, I will still hate it. You feel me? But at the end of the day, like you said, everybody told him not to. Krillin was like, hey, you should probably finish this job. Goku was like, stop being a bitch, Krillin. Let me do my thing.
Yeah.
And Beerus was like, hey, bro,
finish this off.
You tripping, son. And Goku was like, I got this, dude. Just trust me. And it gets worse. And Whis is like, hey, look, nigga, this is me talking. Like, son, literally, this is not the nigga you supposed to be doing this shit with. He's like, you're being dumb right now. Get a hold of you. So, like, the way Whis told him was telling him, like, check yourself. Yeah. And Goku was like, son.
Like, bro, just because you have Ultra Instinct doesn't mean you're, like, amazing.
Literally, he's like, son, stop fucking playing with this nigga. It's not the nigga to play with like that. And when we said that shit, I was like, Whis is not supposed to give a fuck. Beer is not supposed to give a fuck, but we've seen
But we
Beer's
definitely
break
not
character
supposed to give a
before.
fuck.
I haven't seen Whis ever break character.
Except when he reversed time. But that was
and even then, that was because off of the strength of some shit. It wasn't even him getting emotional. It was just him watching, see what was going on. And the fact that he could. At this point, he's like, nigga, I can't. Like,
can't do that.
I can't do nothing. Like, if you fuck this up, you fuck this up, son. Like, it's been too long of you fucking this up. We told you too many times. If I reverse, we still gonna be fucked up.
They told him with Black. They told him with Frieza. They told him with everybody. To me, this is bad writing. Unless there's something negative that happens after this and it's permanent, this is bad writing because there's no character growth for Goku. Goku keeps doing the same shit over and over with no repercussions.
And this is the only reason why I say we could save it, right? So everybody told him not to do it. He did it anyway. 4 people told him to do it, including we. So it's not like you had the excuse, oh, I didn't know. It's like you knew. So that's first of all. Second of all, you let the enemy not only destroy the world, but take control of the world. The only option you have is to destroy the earth. If you want to kill him, you got to destroy the earth now. Crazy. So next chapter, I hope he hits that realization like, oh, maybe fighting isn't everything. Maybe I shouldn't just take the shit to the max. Maybe I should get rid of the threat when there's a threat. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to have fun fighting. I'm here to save my universe. And if I can't do that, what am I even doing? And he's literally faced with an option right now. Either let him destroy your earth or you destroy your earth to destroy him to save the universe while all your homies are on the earth. And that's a fucked up predicament to be in. Like, the only way I can see them redeem it is like, say Goku does destroy the earth, kill all his friends and Moro, have to go get the Super Dragon Balls, bring them back, and they're sitting there looking at him like, he's like, I brought y'all back though, and they're like, nah, dog, it's not the same.
Or they use the Namekian Dragon Balls on that Namek that they something, but like even that's not redeemable. He has to learn his
lesson because
he
just
needs
the
to
fact
die.
You gave him a sensu, and people on Twitter were getting furious, but I tweeted that he should die and Vegeta should get some shine.
Yeah,
and I was like, what? Somebody literally, this is how I know niggas don't be watching Dragon Ball. This is all straight new niggas watching Super. Niggas said, oh, so your idea of a great ending to an arc would be the main character dying? I'm like, son, if you don't
that's happened
Goku
multiple
dying,
times.
If you think Goku dying is not an expendable ass fucking thing, like
I just don't know where we go from here. And Moro had so much promise, and now he can go Ultra Instinct. It's just like, this just has become too convoluted, and just I don't know what we do. And it's not like one of those where, oh, I don't know where we go, I'm excited. No, it's like, I don't know where we go. This is just all downhill.
Yeah, it's just awkward. Like, it's just super weird. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Akira Toriyama, Toyotaro, whoever is...
It's Toyotaro. It's him.
Whoever's writing this, at the end of the day, you knew you were gonna piss a lot of people off with that sensu bean shit. You had to have done that on purpose. There's no way he did that without being at having it be a reason.
You think he has a plan to do that?
I can only hope, because this arc to me seems so good. This arc is my favorite arc in Super. Above Tournament of Power.
In the moment when that sensu bean got thrown, it just like threw all that good loving out the window.
This just reminded me of that Demon Slayer ending, and I think this might be even worse.
Yeah, this is worse. This is worse.
Just that sensu bean makes it super bad.
That sensu bean makes it really bad. The fact that we joked about that, Chrissa, a month ago just gives me like anxiety.
Time to do like a meme where he just takes that old clip and be like, what did they give us? Ha ha ha, and it just like darkens like oh, we predicted that shit and it came back to bite us in the ass.
Oh man,
it was so far fetched. The arc was going so good. There was no.
We were joking. We were laughing like, haha, this can't happen.
There's no way this shit happened. This can't be real life, bro. This is canon.
That was bad, bro. That really made like, I have no more expectations for Dragon Ball Super. I don't really want to review it anymore. Like, the writing is not good. Like, honestly, that's what this chapter did for me. It really just put Dragon Ball Super just like on a low level. Like, on a low level.
It has potential to be saved, but if they don't save it soon, everybody's gonna lose interest. Everybody's gonna like.
We're not reviewing it anymore if the next chapter's not good.
With a monthly release, you drop that ass chapter and then you drop another ass chapter and we got a month to sit on it. It's gonna be the laughing stock of anime community for the next fucking year.
Yeah, that's a fact. And it's like, I see why Toei's not bringing it back for anime. We got Wano that's kick ass. We got what else is Toei doing right now? Toei's doing something new that's fire. They're working on fire shit.
Why should we on Digimon?
Why should we go mess with Dragon Ball Super in this trash Moro arc?
Makes no sense to me.
Makes no sense. So, but that's all we had to say on that. We didn't drop a review. We saved it for this. But
That's
Chrissa,
a 0 out of 0 for me.
Yeah, that's a big 0. a big 0. Chrissa, tell the people where they can find you at on social media.
Well, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I gotta do some plug. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do some plugging. I gotta drop the Chainsaw Man Volume 1. It's out now, you know what I'm saying? Showing the jump. Y'all need to give your boy some, you know what I'm saying, promo deal. But Kanji's Anime Boutique made this drip, the fucking dope ass Jujutsu Kaisen shirt.
Fire.
So make sure y'all follow them. I want to say it's Kanji's Anime Boutique. But they got some gas. I bought a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt from them too. I got 2 actually, including the Hiei one. But I gotta shout them out because they got some fire ass drip, real good people over there too. But follow me and definitely go peep out Rivals with me and Fade because I gotta plug that because it's not like your average album. A lot of people have been doing nerdcore a lot lately. A lot of people have been doing anime rap lately. This is not nerdcore. This is not even really anime rap. It does have a lot of anime themes to it, but at the end of the day, it was just 2 anime nerds getting together.
Just rapping.
Having fun. We didn't think too much about it. We didn't write the craziest lyrical miracle verses. We just sat down. We found good beats. We did good flows. We had fun. And we hope y'all have as fun listening to it as we did making it because we just wanted to really have that energy. And I feel like anybody that's an otaku is going to catch all these little references on the slick and just be able to laugh at them and have fun with them because it's definitely for your anime fan and
that's
your
hip-hop fan. If you are an anime fan, this is a godsend. This shit is amazing. Make sure y'all go check out Rivals.
Some of them lines fuck me up. Like some of them, like whenever we get on live Wednesday, we have to like tell you some of my favorite ones because some of them Fade said some shit that I didn't even catch till later. I'm like, damn, so this nigga really on some
Fade
anime
said
right
his
now.
new girl putting him on the keto, bro. I can't get over that.
My son losing them pounds, man.
that shit is hilarious. But we will talk about Rivals 2 this Wednesday on Late Nights with Lyn. Y'all come tune in. The show will start at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, and 6 o'clock on the West Coast. Late Nights with Lyn on Twitch, twitch.tv/BrosWhoThink. We go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. This Wednesday, we got a stack show. Ian, the editor at the Bros Who Think Network, Otaku God, rapper, and we got my boy Chrissa. That's the lineup. Y'all come check that out on Wednesday. You can follow me at LynBWT. Follow the Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think on Twitter to stay up to date with all the things dropping. A new Bros Who Binge is out right now by the time you guys hear this for all the movie fans. 5 reasons why you should read Undead Unluck will be out on Wednesday. Be sure to check that out. And then on Monday, we're switching the date. No Bros Who Think podcast this Thursday. Bros Who Think podcast is now moving to Mondays. Every Monday, the Bros Who Think podcast will drop where we cover everything that happened the week previous, and we're going to talk about it on Monday. So this upcoming Monday, be on the lookout for the Bros Who Think podcast. But other than that, that's all we got. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. And again, like Chrissa said, this Wednesday, twitch.tv/BrosWhoThink. We got a stacked show. Ian BWT, the editor, Otaku God and Chrissa. We're talking Rivals. We're talking anime. We're talking movies. We're talking music. Come have a good time on Twitch. It's amazing. It's a really, really fun time. I can't lie. That show is fucking amazing. So y'all come check that out. Chrissa, we putting Sega on the end of this?
Man, you can throw whichever one.
Yeah.
Throw it at the end.
Well, y'all be sure to stay tuned to the end of this pod to check out Sega.
And speaking of
snippet from Rival 2.
We didn't even talk about Yashahime, but y'all gotta watch Yashahime. Bro, I've been putting my girl on Inuyasha. We was watching Inuyasha movie the other day. She's like, this shit low-key hard. And I was like, bro, you see why I fuck with this shit super hard. And bro, if you watch Yashahime, everybody who watched Yashahime season 4, you seen her do the Kuwabara spirit sword shit. I know y'all was jumping out y'all chair like I was if y'all seen that shit. Y'all hit me up on Twitter, tap in because I'm definitely watching Yashahime. I took a break from Iwa Kakura, the sports anime climbing girls, the sport climbing girls anime. But definitely, I'm letting that build up for a couple more episodes like Dragon Quest. I'm going to binge them. And then before the season's over, I'm probably going to binge. Like
we'll do an update of Yashahime, Akudama Drive, and Moriarty the Patriot on Next Anime Talk. We'll do an update on Next Anime Talk with Yashahime and all the other good things of this season. But y'all come kick it with us on Wednesday. But until then, y'all have a good one. Peace.